Alright guys, welcome back to Scripting and Automation. Today I wanted to create a quick video for you so that way that you'll know how to handle your ESP32. So your ESP32 that was provided in your kits for you is it's a really great microcontroller device, but for this class we're going to be using microPython for it. Now, I wanted to walk through a video on how to install microPython on this device, so that way if you have any questions, hopefully this is a bit of a help to you. So the first thing I always recommend is have Thonny installed on your computer. So if you do not have Thonny installed, make sure that you download it and install it. Now in the book, it does actually tell us how to do this, and I do recommend following those instructions. Now, if you do need some additional help, let me open up a quick Chrome page. If I go to Google and I just type Thonny, hit enter, it's this first one here, thonny.org. So make sure you download whatever version is for you. I'm on Ubuntu, so I would download the Linux one, but if you're on Windows, download the Linux one. Make sure you download the latest one. Don't download the portable variant. This one's a little less stable. I do recommend downloading the normal installer. Now once you have that installed, you'll look just something like this, and everything would be great. Now there are two different things that happens when you plug in the ESP32. The ESP32 on Linux should automatically detect, but on Windows it depends on your operating system. Windows sometimes will detect this as a COM port if you open up Device Manager, but if it doesn't see it as a COM port, what I would do is, for one, plug this into your computer and open up Device Manager. It should show up underneath ports, but if it's not showing up under ports, let's say it's showing up like under other devices, you might need the driver. And so how do you get the driver for this? Well, the ESP32 runs on a 2102 bridge port for it's a USB to serial interface adapter. And so if you go to Google and we type ESP32 driver, the first one that I really want is one from Silicon Labs. Okay. Silicon Labs is the one that you want to download for this one. This is the official manufacturer, and this is going to be the proper driver. So if you go to the Downloads tab, you'll notice that you'll see a CP210X here, and we can download this driver. Now, once I have the driver, I have it right here. Now, what you have to do is you have to go into Device Manager, right-click on your ESP32, update driver, and then say Browse for driver. When you browse for the driver, you want to point it to the CP2102 folder here and hit OK, and it will auto-install. You'll know it installed correctly because now you'll see the ESP32 under the COM port and be assigned a COM port itself. Now, as I said, I'm on Ubuntu, so mine doesn't look like COM or COM 1, 2, 3, 4 like it does on Windows. Mine will show up as TTY. So if I plug in my ESP32, okay, I have a light on it, so I should be good to go. If I want to make sure that it's in there, I could look at in Windows, I can go look for the COM port. In Linux, there's other ways of doing it. Most of you probably won't be running Linux, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. So the first thing that we want to do, if you didn't see what I was doing, I would go to Tools, Options, and then I want to go to the second tab, which is Interpreter. Make sure Interpreter says microPython ESP32. By default, I think it says local Python. Make sure it says microPython ESP32. Make sure your COM port is picked. Mine is this TTY USB 0. Yours could be like COM 4 or something in that nature. And once you have that, click this button here that says Install or Update microPython. You're going to want to pick your port if it doesn't automatically pick. A lot of times it will automatically pick the port. We do want to erase before installing. We want to say that our family is an ESP32. Our variant is the top one. It's ESP32 WROOM. We want the latest version, the latest stable version. We don't want the preview version. We want 1.26.1 at the time of this video. And then we want to do a detect on flash size. If you don't see this bottom section here, you need to click on the hamburger menu and it will say show install options. Once you click that, you'll get this bottom menu here, and you do want to detect. Now, here comes the part that a lot of people who have not flashed before mess up on. Let me get another ESP32 that's not plugged into my computer, this one right here. There are two buttons near the port itself, the USB port. It will be labeled as boot and RST. So what you want to do is, while it's plugged in, you want to hold down the boot and the reset button at the same time. So push them both, like click, you'll feel them click. You want to let go with the right button, which is the reset button, but maintain holding the boot button. Now, as you're holding that boot button, click install, okay? And I'm going to do that on my real unit now. I'm going to hold the boot button, and then I'm going to click install. And what you'll notice, it will download it, and then the moment you see erasing, you can let go of the boot button. So right now, it is now writing Python to my ESP. We're going to wait for this to finish so you can see what it looks like. And let me also fix my recording here. Oh, not that one. This one here. So you can actually see the whole window. That would probably be nice. Alright, there we go. So currently it's writing. We just have to wait till it's done writing. I'm at 48% so far. But if you ever have issues with your ESP, just know that you can always go through this method again, and you can reinstall Python on the device. So while we're waiting for this to install, the two biggest things that I notice a lot of students miss on is either they didn't install the driver because their operating system doesn't recognize the ESP32, or they didn't hold down the boot button during the flashing process. Those are the two things that I'll notice most of the time. Otherwise, it should work. So I'm still writing. I'm at 87%. I'm almost done here. 92%. 95%. And I am done. So I'll actually say done. Once it says done, hit the close button. Make sure that your COM port is still selected here. Hit OK. And if it worked, you'll see at the bottom here, I have microPython 1.26.1 here. So I could actually put some Python here, like hello world. Hit enter. And if the ESP32 is functional, of course, it's gonna throw an error on me. I should be able to run it. Let me hit the stop button, try again. There it is. All right. So Python has been installed on here. You'll notice I have the left-hand column turned on. I like to turn on view files. That's what I like to turn on, mainly because as I'm writing a script in here, if I want to, I could save it also straight to the microPython device by going File, Save As, Save to the microPython device, and maybe I want this to be my function that starts every time I start my ESP, so I'll call it main.py. And you'll notice now I've got this file named main.py on the ESP32. All right, So that was a quick just, hey, how do we get our ESP32s running? If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully this video is helpful. All right, I'll see you for the next one.